Good evening. I hope you guys can hear me. If you guys can hear me, just put on the chats that you guys can hear me. And I see there's only 9 people watching, and you are most welcome in today's session. Let's just, if you can hear me, just react with love there. Just show reaction of love there if you can hear me. I'll be starting with the session soon, even though in terms of attendance is very tough, but yeah, no problem. I see there's some students that really need this help, and we'll just try to push. So those who are attending, if you can hear me, please let's see on the chart there. Just react with love there if you can hear me. I don't see people's reactions. What's happening? Are you there, guys? Can you hear me, or you don't hear me? Or you can also comment on the chat there if you guys can hear me before I start with the session. I see there's Tasia. She said we can hear you. Okay, is everyone hearing me? Can I see some chats before I begin with the session? I need to make sure that everyone that is here at least can hear me. Alright, I see you guys say you can hear me. So I'm going to start with the session. I've prepared a question here, and I'm just gonna start with it. So I don't know if my question is visible right there, and then after that I have got an answer sheet where we're just going to do our stuff. Is my question visible? Please give me something on the chat if my question is visible. And if you are ready to start with the session, you can tell me so that I begin with the session. Can I start with the session? Are you guys ready to start? And I don't know if you can hear me immediately, or do we have some delays? Let me know. If there's no delays, I'll be starting with the session just now. And then do you see the question paper that I'm displaying on the screen right now? I just want to make sure that when I start, people are fine. And those who are joining us for the first time, please do like our videos, do watch our videos and learn from them. And do not forget to subscribe. To subscribe is just for free. It's not going to charge you anything. It's for free. So please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. And yeah, let's grow this, because it's going to also help other people going forward. And everyone that is watching today, you are most welcome. And we're going to do CVP, where we are going to be calculating total variable costs, calculate the variable cost per unit, calculate total fixed cost, prepare the marginal income statement, calculate the break-even point in volume or units, and break-even point in volume. With this information, you can actually calculate a lot of things, but I'm just gonna end there. and then we will proceed, because I think we'll also have another session maybe on Thursday, because that's when people maybe will join, because now they know the following day they're writing. I don't know, but I believe it is good to have a session maybe on Wednesday late, so that we practice. I think we'll have a session on Wednesday actually in the evening. That will be the final live on YouTube for this test, and then after that we'll be preparing for exam. And on the exam side, I'm just making this announcement before I start. On the exam, those who are interested, remember we do private tutorials and we meet at campus and do them in classes. And those who are interested is only 250 from the month of October. And then in the month of November, for exam preparation, we don't pay. We're just gonna offer you a session for preparation for exam. Sessions will be for free. You just attend for free in November, but only if you pay on the 1st of October. If you join us in the 1st of October, you are not going to pay for November exam preparations. All right, so I wish people can, use that opportunity to just join. Is our benefit, both of us. So yeah, let's begin with the session. I hope you've got that one. So now they give us a question and they say business D supplies the information below to you, a cost accountant. They give you sales there, they give you sales price per unit, they give you material spent on production, wages spent on production, salaries and wages of administration for 500,000, electricity for factory, electricity for the office, and insurance 60% factory and 40% offices. And then you've got 10,000 rent there. All right, so they say to you, calculate the variable cost right there. So they say to calculate total variable cost. So I want us to go and calculate total variable cost. I don't know if you guys are following and you guys have joined. Are you here? So I'm going to my answer sheet. We have to calculate total variable cost. But now, before we go to our answer sheet, we need to identify items from here that are variable. We need to identify items that are variable, that are going to make us calculate the variable cost. I don't know if you hear me. So I want us to go and identify units that are variable, right? So obviously we're going to look at the expenses, because variable cost is an expense. Variable cost is an expense. So we're going to look at expenses, or the costs that have incurred in the production that are variable. Number one, we need to understand that variable costs are costs that are incurred during the manufacturing process, and they increase based on the number of units produced. They are calculated based on the number of units produced, right? So number one, I'm going to start with you, and I want you to participate in the chart. That we are going to start. Obviously sales is something else, it's an income, it's not a cost. Sales is an income. So we're going to start from material spent on production. So now I want us to help each other or one another on the charts. You are going to tell me. I'm going to be very slow with this session so that people get it, because I want you to understand it is better. Material spent on production 790. Is it variable cost, or is not variable cost, or is it fixed cost? Just let me know if it's fixed cost or variable cost. I'll be waiting for the answers on the charts. Material spent on production, is it variable cost or fixed cost? Please comment on the chart. If it's variable, just say it's variable. If it's fixed cost, just say it's fixed cost. The session has started. Let's participate, let's engage. Are you guys still there? I was asking in terms of the question that I've presented there. If the yes, I see Snentlanda says it's variable. It's variable, okay. Alright, yes, those who have said is variable is correct. It is variable cost. So I'm gonna indicate like this. I'm gonna say next to it VC. Alright, so that you guys know that is variable cost. VC. I'm gonna indicate the VC next to it. Alright, and then we go to our wages spent on production. Wages spent on production. We are on wages spent on production. Is it variable cost or fixed cost item? Just indicate on the chart there. I'm waiting for the comments on the charts. Wages spent on production. I see Tony says variable. Others, what are you saying? And please, those who are watching, don't forget to like this don't forget to like this live, and also encourage others. I see Tosia says it's fixed. I see Tony change to say it's fixed. Okay, so remember, I'm gonna clarify this one, okay? And you must hear me and hear me very, very well. All right. So, Michael, you are right. This is a variable cost. Why am I saying it's a variable cost? Remember, we are going to pay people according to what they've produced. If they produce less, we're going to pay them less. But if they've produced better, we're going to pay them more. So, wages on production. Wages spent on production is based on the number of units produced. So it's not fixed cost, it is variable cost, because we are charging or we are paying people based on what they have produced. Tony, you are correct. Don't correct now. Me, I'm correcting you. Michael is right. It's variable cost. Please indicate that. Material, a wages spent on production, right? I'm saying and I'm repeating this. It is variable costs. Did you get that, guys? I just want to see if people can hear me so that I can proceed to the next question. Did you guys get that? It is variable cost. Are you guys with me? So I'm gonna indicate on the question there that this is variable cost. That is variable cost. All right. And then as we proceed, we have salaries and wages of administration. Is it variable cost or is it fixed cost? I'm waiting on the charts to hear your answer. I'm waiting on the charts to hear from you your answer. What is your correct answer right there? Let's see. Is it fixed or the salaries and wages? What is it? Salaries and wages on administration. What is it? I see some couple of responses there. They say it is fixed. Yes, that's correct, because admin, whether there was a work or not, sometimes admin people, if there's no a job, they just sit the whole day, right? So admin, whether there was admin that has been done or not, they still get paid. They're at work, right? So yes, that's correct. So this sales spent, salaries and wages of administration, it is fixed cost. So I'm gonna say FC, right? That's fixed cost. I want us to go to electricity for the factory. Electricity for the factory. Electricity for the factory. Is it variable cost or is it fixed cost? Let's help one another there on the chat quickly. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. I am waiting for you. Electricity for factory, is it fixed cost or is it variable cost? Variable, I see some few people, they say it's variable. Okay, yes, it is correct, it is variable. It is variable because it's based on the production in the factory. It's based on the usage. So variable costs are based on the usage of something and the production. If there's a process, obviously for them to manufacture in the factory, they will need electricity. So it's variable cost. That's correct. All right. And then obviously this one I'm giving you electricity for the office. Electricity for the office definitely is going to be fixed cost because office, there is no manufacturing, they're not doing number of products or anything, right? So it's going to be fixed cost, right? And then the last one is insurance. They say 60% factory, 40% office. So 40% of office is going to be fixed, right? 40% of the office is going to be fixed, and then factory 60% is going to be variable cost. I don't know if you hear me. So here I'm going to indicate there. This is how you analyze during the test. Don't rush. You analyze like this. You put your things in order. You know, now I'm going to, when we start calculating, you won't even waste the time, because I don't want to hear people complaining, no, I didn't write well. Hey, time. We manage time as we practice now. So 60% of the factory is going, because most of the time when you guys write, you start by calculating. Me, I don't know what you're calculating. So 40%, let me start by 60% of insurance is variable because it's for factories based on the units that you have produced. So it's variable cost. And then another one, we're going to have 40%, right? 40% is fixed cost. All right, so we are done with outlining which one is which here. All right, so now our responsibility is to go to our answer sheet and record our thing, right? So now number one, right? Number one, according to our requirement, let me go to that. Number one, according to our requirement, we are asked to calculate cost, total variable cost. So we have to go to our answer sheet. We have to go to our answer sheet number one there and indicate that we need to calculate total variable cost. Total variable cost. So our total variable cost here is equal to we go to our question paper there. Number one is going to be material spent on production, 790,000, right? 790,000. So we go to our answer sheet there. We say 790,000. plus, let's go and check another one on our question, plus 700,000, plus 700,000. all right, plus 700,000. So we go to our answer sheet there, we indicate 700,000. all right, and then plus, let's go to our answer sheet again, our question again. We check, we have electricity of 12,000, electricity for 12,000. So we go back to our answer sheet, right there, we add 12,000. all right, 12,000, and then let's go and check again. We have to add, let's go and check, what are we adding again? What are we adding again? What are we adding again? What are we adding again there? We are going to add 60%, 60% of insurance, right? We're going to add 60% of the insurance. Okay, so 60% of the insurance is going to be how much there? Let's see. So you can just when you calculate, you can just open brackets there and say 10,000. You multiply by 60. Just want to show you how you collect marks. 60 divided by 100. all right, and then now you're gonna say equal to the 790,123 plus 700,000 plus 12,000. all right, and then plus, now how much is the 60% of 10,000 there? 60% of 10,000 is how much? 6,000, right? 6,000. okay, and then now you can add everything, you get your total variable cost. How much is your total variable cost right there? How much is your total variable cost right there? Calculate for me total variable cost that we need right there. How much is it? I'm waiting for the answer on the chat. I see Michael already says 150. Wow, how much is that? Is it 1,508,000? 1,508,000. Is everyone getting it? Please do calculations and put comments there so that we see that we are doing the right thing. all right, everyone I think is getting the same answer. Can everyone participate, because we want to see what if you are not getting the right one? all right, okay, Bongani is still on 6,000. 60% of the variable for insurance. How much is that? So yeah, I see. So we are all getting 1 million. We are all getting 1 million. We are all getting 1,508,000, right? So let's go to the answer sheet there. 1,508,000. 1,508,000. That is our total variable cost. All right. So we are done with total variable cost. Number two. Number two, we are going to calculate a variable cost per unit. all right, variable cost per unit. variable cost per unit. Variable cost per unit. So variable cost per unit, the formula is total variable cost divided by number of units sold. Are you with me? The formula for variable cost per unit is total variable cost divided by sales units or number of units sold. Alright, so the formula, let me just put it down, is equal to total variable cost divided by sales units, the sales units or number of units sold, sales units. All right, and then equal to, then now the total number of units is the total variable cost is 1,508,000. Then we divide by the number of units sold, right? So let's go to the question there to view the number of units sold. So if you check here, they did not give you the number of units sold. Now it means we have a responsibility to calculate the number of units sold. We have a responsibility to calculate units sold. So to calculate units sold, you are going to say sales, total sales divided by sales price per unit, right? So now let's go there, because now remember you've got the responsibility to calculate number of units. All right, so number of units, remember we check the question again. We check our question, we say okay, it's going to be total sales, which is 5 million, divided by sales price per unit, which is 25 rand. Are you with me? So now as we proceed, we are going to our answer sheet, right? So on the answer sheet, we are going to say open brackets there, divide by 5 million, and then divided by 25. Right, so we proceed, equal to, then we indicate fix this one here, okay, and then so when we proceed, we are going to say 1,508,000, right, divided by, now before you answer, now let's say 5 million divided by 25. 5 million divided by 25. How much are you getting right there as I'm waiting for the answer on the chart? $5 million divided by 25. How much are you getting? How many units? How many units there? How many units? As I'm waiting for the answer on the charts, how many units? Are you all getting 200,000 units? I see 200,000 units, 200,000 units. So we're gonna divide by 200,000 units. All right. So let's proceed. Let's go to the answer sheet there. Let's go to the answer sheet there, and then we divide by 200,000. 200,000. Remember, 1 million is the rent value, again, is the total variable cost. Don't forget that. and then 200,000 is the number of units. All right, now how much is the selling price? I mean, how much is the variable cost per unit right there? Quickly, let's see. Let me also do the calculation on my side. How much is the variable cost per unit right there? Remember, it's the unit in rent again. So let's see. 150.8.123 divided by 200.123. How much are you getting right there? I'm waiting for your answer. I got mine, but I want to confirm if you are getting the same answer I'm getting. We proceed. R7.54. That's correct. That is the selling price per unit. Selling price per unit. Selling price per unit is R7.54, ne? R7.54. R7.54. All right, and then let's proceed to the next question. All right, the next question here is that you must calculate what? Let's go back to the question. The next question, they say you must calculate total fixed cost. All right, total fixed cost, of which we have already identified the fixed cost, right? So the next question, we need to calculate total fixed cost. Total fixed cost. All right, so total fixed cost, our total fixed cost there, right? We're just going to check what we have identified again. So we go to our question there. Number one, we have salaries and wages of administration. Salaries and wages for administration of 500,000. Salaries and wages of administration for 500,000, right? So we go to our answer sheet there. We go to our answer sheet there. We go to our answer sheet there, and then we say 500,000 plus 500,000 plus, and then let's go to the question again. We add electricity for the office 4,000. Electricity for the office 4,000. Electricity for the office is 4,000. Electricity for the office 4,000 plus what? Let's see. Let's go back to the question again. Electricity for the office, then you add 40% of 10,000 here, right? 40% of 10,000. all right, so let's go to our answer sheet. Plus, remember we open brackets, it's equal to there, don't forget that. We open brackets and then we say 10,000 multiplied by 40%. All right, and then now from there, how much is your how much is your variable, I mean total fixed cost? So it's gonna be 500,000 again. Remember, you add 4,000, right? And then you also add 40% of 10,000. How much there? 4,000, right? 4,000 again. And then now, how much is your total fixed cost? How much is your total fixed cost right there? How much is your total fixed cost? How much is your total fixed cost? How much is your total fixed cost right there? How much is your total fixed cost right there? I'm just gonna check on the charts. So I see people are getting 500,800. 500,800. So yeah, that's correct. Let's go to our answer sheet there. All right, and then we're gonna say our total variable cost is 508,000. All right, and then so far, before we continue to the next session, or the next question, do you guys have a question that I need to clarify? If there is no question, we proceed. Okay, if there is no question, we proceed. All right, and then let's go to the next question there. Right, so let's check number 4. Number 4, right? Let's see. Number 4, let's go back to the question and see what are they saying we must prepare. Question number 4. So in question number 4, they say prepare marginal income statement. Marginal income statement, all right? So your marginal income statement is very, very simple and short. Very, very simple and short. All right. So let's go. And check the question there, or the answer sheet, I mean to say. They say we must prepare marginal income statement. Marginal income statement. So your marginal income statement, we must start with the formula. All right, so without any waste of time, I'm just gonna give you the formula. Right, so the formula, I have to insert a table for it. All right, right, there we go. And then your formula there, you're gonna put rent per unit, rents per unit, and then this side you're gonna put total rents or total amount. You can say total amount, and then this side you can say amounts per unit, no problem. All right, and then here you're gonna put details. Number one, there is going to be your sales, total sales, right? So let me do this. All right, and then you're gonna have sales, your less total variable cost, all right, and then you're gonna get marginal income. You're gonna get marginal income. All right, and then you're gonna less remember here is total sales, but because we've got per unit we still have to do the calculation. That's why we're just saying sales. All right, even here it's going to be variable cost and then marginal income, and then you less total fixed cost, and then you're gonna get net profit. You're gonna get net profit. All right, you're gonna get net profit. All right, so now let's go and calculate. So number one, we need amount for sales. So amount for sales, let's see how much there in our question. All right, amount for sales is 5 million, right? Amount for sales is 5 million, and then amount for sales is 5 million. So you go to your answer sheet there, on the total amount you say 5 million, and then you less, I'm gonna put that one in brackets, you less variable cost. Variable cost, we have calculated it up there, it's 1,508,000. so you come here and say 508,000, and then you close brackets there. You guys, your responsibility is to just calculate for me the marginal income. 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 How much is your marginal income there? As I'm waiting for the answer on the chart. How much is your marginal income right there? How much is your marginal income? Sales less variable cost. How much is your marginal income right there? I see Tasia got 3,492,000. Others, how much are you getting right there? Yeah, all getting 3,492,000. 3,492,000. 3,492,000. Okay, So I'm just gonna go there and say 3,492,000. all right, everyone, I hope is getting that. And then we have to calculate our total fixed costs, of which we calculated is there 508,000. So we're just gonna open brackets there, we say 508,000. And then how much is our net profit? Marginal income, you less total fixed cost. How much is your marginal? Your net profit. How much is your net profit? Marginal income less total fixed cost. How much is your net profit? How much is your net profit right there? Quickly, let's get the profit. I see 2,984,000 from Tisaya, from Unity, others. I see from Snentlantla as well. I see from Michael as well. I see from Snetemba as well. Others, how much are you getting right there? So I believe you guys are getting 2,984,000, all of you. So just go to our answer sheet there and say 2,984,000. all right, and then remember we need to calculate sales per unit, but our sales per unit is given. It was 25 rand. If you remember, we utilized it somewhere here, right? Plus 25 rand is given, right? 25 rand. And then variable cost per unit we calculated is 7 rand. We just indicate there 7 rand 54. And then a marginal income per unit is going to be 25 rand minus 7 rand 54. How much is your marginal income per unit? Marginal income per unit there, how much is it? Marginal income per unit, 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 how much is it? How much are you getting? Let's see before I give you my answer. Oh, okay, I see. Hey, Snentlantla, what type of Q? Jesus, are we getting Q there? Are we getting a Q? Snentlantla just typed a Q. It's not me, you see it there. Alright, so the answer is Q. Snentlantla typed the Q there, so the answer is Q. Alright, just joking, okay? So the answer is 17 rand 46, okay? So the answer is 46. Alright, and then here you just indicate selling price per unit up to that far, then you are done. Alright, and then we can proceed from there. When we proceed, we are going to number 5. Number 5, they say to you, let's see on the question there, they say to you, calculate break-even point in volume. Break-even point in volume. All right, so break-even point in volume, how do we calculate it? I want to hear this one. Or maybe you guys are going to copy because you've got the book, I don't know, but it's good to just know sometimes, not to even copy, to just know. All right, so variable costs, I mean it's gonna be fixed cost, and then what? Let's see, it's gonna be fixed cost. So the formula there, when we want to calculate variable cost in units or in volume, I mean break-even point in volume or in units, break-even point in volume or in units. Let's go to the answer sheet and do that. Break-even point break-even point in volume or units. So break-even point in volume or in units is like the number of units that you can sell without making a profit or a loss. All right, the units you can sell without making a profit or loss. So you're going to say that the formula is total fixed cost divided by marginal income per unit. Marginal income per unit. All right, and then now we already have marginal income per unit there, isn't it? So we are just going to calculate. So marginal income per unit, I mean total cost per unit is 50, I mean total cost is 508,000. Total fixed cost is 508,508,000. Then you divide by marginal income per unit of 1746. How many number of units there? How many units to break even? How many units to break even? Number of units to break even. I'll be waiting for the answer on the charts. Number, I see Sinamile already gave us the formula there, so let's calculate now. Let's calculate the break-even point in units or the volume for break-even. How many units there, or how much is the volume? Let's see, as we are waiting for the answer on the charts. Where is the answer, guys? Where is the answer? 0.07. Yo. You didn't want to comma. Serious? Let's see. Divided by 17.46. We are not going to consider. Let's just round off. let's not consider the numbers after comma, even though it can make us make mistakes in the future, but let's not consider those ones after the comma. Ne? Let's not consider that after the comma. Let's just say it's 29095 or 20 or 29096, no problem. All right, so yeah, that's the answer. But the main thing that I want you to better know is the formula. Once you get the formula right, a lot of things are going to be easy in the test. So it's 29095 units. Don't forget that, units. All right, units to break even. Okay, and then the last one, number 6. Number 6 there is to calculate break even in rent value. So I'm just gonna copy this one, bring it there, but I'm gonna change break even point in rent value. Okay, in rent value. All right, so the formula will be equal to break even point in units of volume, right, multiply by selling price per unit, isn't it? Multiply by sales per unit. Sales per unit. Am I right there? Unit. Selling unit. All right. Sales per unit, sales price per unit, sales price per unit. So that means we're going to say equal to the 29095, you multiply by 25 rands. How much is the break-even point in rent value right there? How much is the break-even point rent value there? I'm waiting for the answer on the charts. I see Snentlantla says 727375. Michael as well. Others. So the others, they will never comment. Others they will never comment even once. Others, they will never comment, not even once. Hey. Just for the last answer, you just comment that one, and then we see you Nyana just once. So hey, don't leave those cents, we need them. I see Desire says 727 376 and 86 cents. Hey, we need those monies there, unless if we say round off to the nearest whole number or rent, that's when you're not going to indicate cents. We need those cents. All right, so bring those cents if they are there. Oh, there's no sense, no problem. If there's no sense, it was a mistake, no problem. If there's no sense, no problem. All right, so let's go and just finalize this one. You said it's 727 375 375. All right, so this is our last question. You can use this question. I'm gonna send it in the group. You can use it to calculate marginal safety, margin of safety in volume, margin of safety in rent. You can calculate the thing that you think you can utilize to calculate, that we did not do today. All right, and then I want to tell you that we are going to have another session on Wednesday late, and on Wednesday we are going to do not one topic. We are going to do from chapter 11, 12, 13 and 15. We're going to do questions related to these 4. So if you miss that session, because we are just preparing for the exam, and then on Thursday I'll be live, but I'll be doing another accounting, not this one. We will be doing another accounting, not this one. So don't miss the session on Wednesday. We are going to do we are going to do a revision for what we are going to write about in the test. I won't do ratios, because ratios, you guys, you've done a lot of them, and I think you know them now. So but I'm going to do 11, 12, 13 and 15, and then I believe you guys will be ready for the test. All right, so this is our question for today. I don't know if there is any question on the chat. Do we have any question? If no question, we are leaving. Oh, the one we did, yeah, I will send it, Michael. It's fine, I'll send. Just remind me on the group before I forget. And yes, on Wednesday we're going to start early. We're going to start around 6. We're going to start around 6 or 6:30. So yes, we're going to start early. So maybe, I don't know, maybe people, they don't attend because we are starting late, I don't know, but no one has complained about time. I tell you guys, I must hear from you. If there is a problem of time, you guys inform me. And then again, there is a Thanksgiving down there where you comment. There is $sign. Press that thing and donate there. Non donate. You start from 14 rand, I think, or so. If you guys are willing to donate, it's not a force. We don't push people for that, but we also advise and we also remind you and let you know or be aware that you can donate something, anything you can afford. Actually, there you can donate. But I think the YouTube, they started it from 14 rand. All right. So I can shelter. Don't laugh. Hey, we want money. We want money. I really donate them more. All right. Thank you guys for attending, and those who are watching us for the first time, please subscribe to this channel. And this is your channel. This is the channel that's going to help others in the future. Please subscribe. And I repeat that those who want to join our private sessions, join in October. Join in October. It's only 250, and then you won't pay in November. You will just attend for the preparation of the exams. All right, but we're going to start to prepare exams now. You have helped to graduate stuck in accounting. They always appreciate me, but you'll come to thank yourself for joining us as well. So thank you for watching, and let me see you next time, and salute. We're done.